guys. How y'all doing today? I gotta get some of this stuff out the way. Thank you, Miss LaWanda. Thank you for my hearty floaty thingies, girl. How's everybody? Today is Monday. Manic, happy Monday. I said, let me come live. I miss you guys. I said, I'm due to come live. Come live. All right, let me see the chat. Hey, Sheena, grandmother. Beautiful grandmother. Let me do this real quick. Okay, here we go. I'm going to give 5 members. Guinness Boom. Oh, people I don't know. Wow, look at all the people. So Love, I know So Love and I know Mocha, but the other people I don't know. Decreased. Oh. Excuse me. I didn't know I was that thirsty. I felt like I was almost drinking beer or something. Ooh, that got good to Miss April. I couldn't even pull back on it, y'all. Lord have mercy. I haven't had one in 2 days. Ooh, child. Lord Jesus. Jesus. Hi, Sheena. Hi, Miss LaWanda. Hi, J. Gill. Hi, darling. Hi, darling. I love you, J. Gill. Roti Queen. Oh, man, you just make me want to shout. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. Leslie Cole, hi, baby. Hit the like button, subscribe, and share. Thank you, my beautiful girl. Y'all got some things coming. I do believe there are a couple Raw Squad tumblers left. Roti Queen told me, but I don't remember how many. I know, excuse me, I know there may be 1 or 2, but I'll check and make sure. We may probably just do the giveaways on those, the last ones that are left. But some people have some coming. Leslie Cole has one coming. Jackie Wood has one. And my darling girl has one coming. God is just, I love how God thinks of people. And he uses us to think about people. You understand what I'm saying? He uses us. And I think that's such a beautiful, and I know it be God. And I tell people, God is thinking about you. He wants you to know that. When he uses someone to bless you, and he puts it on their heart or their mind and their heart, that's God letting you know. And congratulations to our sister, Miss LaWanda, doing big ups, doing big things. That dress you had on was gorgeous. I want one of those. I don't know where. You got to do a picture. I want to see a bigger picture of you, like a regular picture of you in that outfit, baby, because that outfit is beautiful. I was trying to blow it up and everything to look at it. But anyway, guys, let me make sure I don't miss anyone. Sheena B, our grandmother, our new twice over grandma, is in the building. Sheena B's in the house. Sheena B's. Did you have a registry? Let me know in the chat, Sheena. Because Miss April don't be up on things. Or is it something that we just would do on our own? So let me know if you do. Because I haven't seen anything anywhere. There's my sis Dana. Hi, my beautiful Dana. That post had me screaming. And I saw them too before on TikTok, and I was cracking up. I said I wouldn't dare. They done lost their mind, man. They'll do anything. They'll try to sell anything, but we as consumers will try anything. You feel me? Hey, Michelle P. How am I beautiful? I got a couple things to talk about today, guys. I want to talk about Stefan and Cardi. I also I've been watching Naked and Afraid for the last week. I've been watching all the episodes. I don't know what I used to watch it a long time ago, but these are ones I've not ever seen, and I'm on the one where they call it the apocalypse. It's crazy. There's no way I could do that. No way. I don't care how much money you got. Thank you, Royalty Queen, my darling. Thank you for my $5 super chat thing. I thank you so much, my girl. But the stuff that they be eating, and me, y'all, I'm so warped minded because I be cracking up at them. It be so funny to me. I said they just walking around butt butterball naked. They don't have toilet paper. You understand what the guys? At least the guys put the pouches over their self, and a lot of them be getting bit on the pee pee, y'all, by creatures. But I be screaming. It be my daughter's like, "Mom, why you laughing?" I'll be like, "Cause it's funny." Some of them naked and afraid, butt naked. They should call it butt naked and afraid. And the one guy, he was starving. This ain't funny. I told y'all I'm warped. I got a warped sense of humor. The one guy was so hungry. He was so mean to the one lady, and he was taking out his frustration on her, and that's what he was, a butthole. And I was so disgusted by him. So Karma came around, and he was with two women, and the one that he kept messing with, she ended up going to another group because they couldn't get along. So then he had the one lady left that he really liked, and she ended up getting something more happened to her eyes, so she had to leave. So now he's on his own, right? I'm like, that's what you get for being so mean to that, taking your frustration out on that lady, because that's exactly what he did. Girl, y'all, he was starving. He was so hungry, he seen a big old moth. I forget what they call this moth. They're in Africa. He grabs the moth up and he's like, "Oh, I got something to eat." So he hurries up and takes the moth and puts it on the heat. And then I guess he pulls the wings off, and the body part, he bit that thing, and I don't know what happened. It must have grossed him out, and he started upchucking. And they showed him throwing up, y'all. And I don't know why that thing tickled me. I said, "Oh, I forgive me, God, for laughing." But I'm like, if you got to be hungry to do that. You got to be starving. And the stuff that they eat is just blows. That's what I be having a problem with. Because so it lets you know that when you're starving, like my daughter said, "Mom, if you're starving, you're going to eat anything." I'm like, I ain't going to eat anything. The one guy, okay, I'm going to say this and get in the chat. The one guy was starving so bad, y'all. You know the beetles that go into the dung of the elephants and the other animals? He went through the dung and got the beetles. God, please let him have washed them. I don't even know. He heats them up to eat them, and they ate these, those beetles that feed off of the dung. That's insane. There's no amount of money. You understand me? People are wacko. All right, let me get in the chat because I've been running off. All right, Michelle P., I see you, my love. Thank you again, Royalty Queen. Thank you, Miss LaWanda, for my gifts, beautiful girl. Hi, my J. Gill. Good afternoon, Miss April in chat. It's so nice to see you, too. I love you, J. Gill, and I know you love me. I do. I know. That's a beautiful thing when people, they love and they care about you. Thank you. Who did that? Let me scroll. Hey April Doll Mods in chat. That's our beautiful Royalty Queen. Sheena B, my baby. Sheena B, I gotta inbox you, baby, because we can't talk on the inbox. That's just what Miss April will do. Both of Sheena B said both of my messy besties. I love that. I love that. Did you see my thumbnail, guys? Did you see it? I mean that thing. You get a glow about you um, when you take on peace. And that Miss April has been working very, and when I say working, I mean looking to God for peace, because there are things that are showing up, that are happening, that are disrupting my peace. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm learning to really, really put it on God. So, because when we're stressed and anxiety, I get anxiety really bad. Y'all know I had even talked with a psychiatrist. They prescribed me medication, and I'm not taking. I can't take it. I can't. So I believe God can help me get through it, and that's who's helping me. You understand what I'm saying? I can't do that medication. The medication makes me feel worse than how I feel when I have the anxiety. I'm not trying to work into it. It's not happening. There ain't no magical pill that's going to make me stop having anxiety. I've just come to that conclusion. Hi, So Love. Hi, baby. I'm glad to. Oh no, So Love ain't here. She got a membership. Mocha as well. Tony, hi, beautiful. She said hello, April, and chat. Happy Monday. Miss Lawanda saying welcome to the new members. Sheena B is shouting you out, Tony. She's very happy to see you, and so am I. And I love y'all messy bestie things. I love that, because we all is messy, honey. Hi, Leslie, my beautiful. Hey, boo. Y'all cracking up. You know, Miss DeWanda, I'm trying to do better with the chat. I promise. Leslie said, I'm so proud of you. Yes, we are proud of you, Miss LaWanda. You are doing some incredible things. Just amazing to me. That's amazing. And you're humble about it. We don't be knowing what be going on. You know what I mean? You be hunkering down. You ain't playing with it, girl. Beauty and brains. Honey, the guy that come along, he got to be the top of the top tier, boo. Woo, child. Where he at? Where he at? I don't know. LaWanda, I know you feel good about your accomplishments. That's what Miss Royalty Queen said. Leslie said, I'm so proud of you, LaWanda. You're very beautiful, intelligent. The sky is beyond the limits. You go, girl, always moving forward in your education. Facts, baby. I couldn't have said that better. I'm going to pin that. I like that. I'm pinning that, honey. Let me pin that message. Okay. Scroll. Royalty Queen, yes, I am. It's not. That's what we know. That is not easy. People that have had that experience, they say They say out of 5 people that go to get degrees and things, maybe 2 will come out with it. You know, something, life will show up or whatever happens. Out of 5 or 10, they say maybe 4. You understand? So it is a big deal. And a lot of the professors will let the students know that at the beginning of the course. He lets us know there's some that's not going to make it. You said it's sure working. Oh my God. Royalty Queen, yes, I am. It sure is not easy working a full-time job and online schooling. And many a days I said, up this. I can hear you too, girl. But I ain't no quitter. Woo, child. That speaks volumes. Facts, April. I will not settle for you, girl. No. God ain't got nothing settled. God ain't got nothing less. When we realize, am I right, Royalty Queen? When we realize, when it comes from God, it is so good. It is so good. And when we know, most importantly, when we see ourselves as God sees us, then that one, like I talk to my daughters, I had a broken picker for many years, guys, and it had nothing to do with the people I picked. It had to do with Miss April. Nothing to do with the I was picking out of what was going on with Miss April. That is just that simple. And once I learned that, then I realized I had to work on myself because I attract what I feel and what I am. Thank you, Leslie Boo. I appreciate my sisters. Yeah, we love each other. We do. We love each other. Yes, God has been a blessing and alive. And Royalty Queen, it's like this. It'd be a bittersweet thing. The way life shows up. And like my sister had made the statement, God works in our circumstances. Where we have the passing of a loved one and then and a blessing over here, it's like bittersweet. God still continues to bless us. You understand what I'm saying? And not only does he bless us, he also gets us through the grief, because we're human and we have flesh and we feel. So God, while he's still blessing us, he gives us the peace that surpasses all understanding, and he also through grief and things like that, and he gives us the understanding. It's an amazing journey. That's what I know. It is. I was sharing that with somebody today. I said, despite my daughter's passing, and the other day in my life, guys, I want to correct this. I had said, God, I said I didn't question God on why he did it. God did not, I didn't look at it as God taking her. You understand? Circumstances did, okay? Now we could say God could have stopped it, but that's not the reality of of how life is. God works in our circumstances. There are things that are going to show up in our lives, but the whole point and the most important thing is, do we have God when we go through things? That's the important thing. That's, to me, what it is. And I could have said, why did you allow this to happen? I probably could have worded it like that, because I could have asked him. I didn't question God, though. Why did you allow this to happen? That would have been more appropriate for me to say, So I just wanted to correct that. Hey, Jackie Thomas. Hi, my beautiful. High-fiving. Leslie said, LaWanda, you so welcome, boo. You know you my twin when it comes down to reading them itches on that rotten no teeth left side. We was cracking up the other day, man. And we was so tickled. I don't watch Cece. I just cannot stomach her. I can't, y'all. She just blows my mind. I can't. That drinking and the cussing is so foul to me. God, she tries to say it with the most utterest, gutterest. But apparently she was saying some, which I'm not surprised. We're not surprised, things. And, let me get off of her. Coco did a live yesterday, guys. And his live, the title said, it was a skit, y'all, with the situation with him and Lele. Let Miss April give y'all her personal view on what went down. I mean, not what went down, because I don't know. I don't believe it was a skit in the respect that they were going through something at that time. I'm not saying that they weren't together. You know what I mean? They probably still, and even when he was talking about it back then, I knew that, we couples go through things, okay, for one. Couples go through stuff, and it's whether you weather the storm and stay together is the whole point. And people were talking about, you took people's money and did all this and did all that. And I watched the live, and he said I did need a hotel room, So I guess people that were sending him money, but the bottom line with all of that, I do personally. The only my only opinion of that situation, which and it doesn't matter, I don't care. I'm focused on this relationship right here. You understand me? For real, for real. But I do believe that they were going had some back and forths because there were some things said that and if not, and if it was a skit, just say it was a skit and they were acting, to get the money. That's on them. That's on him. Let me say that, not on her, because she didn't come out here. I mean, she said some things, I guess, that were pertaining to him, but I don't read into that stuff a lot. And pretty much people are pissed about it. They're like, that's why I knew he was like that, and blah blah blah, and rightly so. Everybody has their opinion. My only opinion on any of that is I do believe that there was some disagreements going on with them at that specific time. He's working now. He's happy. He said he got a good job. I was happy to hear that for him. He basically said he ain't dependent on YouTube. That was another big ups, because please don't depend on YouTube. YouTube, oh my God, And how many people on YouTube are using it for that specific reason to hustle money from people? It happens every day. You could even look at Miss April when I set a goal to say Miss April hustling. It don't. None of that matters. It's to each his own. To each his own. So that's my only opinion on that. I ain't mad at him. I ain't mad at her. I ain't looking at them like, because we just. I don't have to give an account for nothing Coco does. Do I? Do you? Okay, I don't have to. So it is what it is. Nothing surprises me. Like I said, when you're really living your life for real, guys, and you know that life shows up in your life, you're not spending your time consumed with what is going on in other people's lives. How could you possibly, if you're, doing your own life? I got enough stuff going on. I got a call yesterday. Let me see what you guys are saying. Let me read this, and then I'm going to tell y'all what happened yesterday at my niece's. We had to go into a serious prayer last night. Serious. Royalty Queen said, I love it, LaWanda. Yeah, we are so proud of when our sisters have accomplishments. I think it's a sad state of affairs for people to be jealous of other people's accomplishments. Doesn't make sense to me. Why? It speaks on what's wrong with your life that you feel like you have to envy somebody. Just, if you want it, go get it. Be happy for people. I that's just my personal. I just can't get with that kind of stuff. You understand? Because I'm gonna go get mine. I look at my life as very blessed. Very blessed. I do. Very blessed. Yes, God has been a blessing, and I love every moment. Yes, Royalty Queen, when you see God's blessings in your life, you don't look at other people's blessings and envy them, because you see what God is doing in your life. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. I mean, you could get to a place where, how did you do that? I would like to do that. And you can ask, but just to be downright hating on somebody for being accomplished, and it seems like we do that a lot. Okay, where's Marva? Is Marva in the building? Hi, Marva. I almost missed you, girl. I seen somebody say your name. I'm so glad I scrolled back up. All right, let me keep coming down because I know you guys are talking. Okay, everybody speak. Hey, Grandma Gigi, my beautiful darling. I was looking at our pictures, Grandma. I hope you come back this way soon. Because you got relatives down here. You come see, and me and you going to do something this time. We going to go eat. We going to have a good time. You going to come to my house. Hopefully, I might have a house by then. God willing, and God say the same, because I'm sure working on it. Hi, Jackie. I said hi to you before. Okay. All right, I'm at the bottom. So, guys, I wanted to talk also about Stefan and Cardi. They said this is really real that's happening with them. Now, when I saw Stefan, and I love Cardi B, okay? I love her. Cardi B is the truth to Miss April. And a lot of y'all know that. When I saw that her and Stefan had hooked up, excuse me, I don't care for him. I don't know why. There's something about him that kind of rubs me the wrong way. I don't know what it is. In other words, it's not that I dislike him because I don't know him, but there's something about him that I just don't vibe. I don't vibe with him. I don't think he's fine. None of that. My thought is he's so tiny. How's he play football and not get jacked up? That's the only thing I be thinking. How he not be? Because he's so little. But when they hooked up and they had a baby, I love, if you follow Cardi a lot, you'll hear her talk about it. She made the statement, the sex was good, and we just had a baby in the process of good sex. That was what she said. If it don't get no more realer than that. That's why I like her, because she keeps it 100. The sex was good, and the baby came in the meantime. And in other words, and she wasn't letting go of the baby. Okay, so it wasn't because him and her done formed that they got this great, awesome relationship. Okay, so it started with soothing her appetite, and vice versa. They were physically attracted to one another. But Cardi's come to the place in her life, she ain't settling for less of nothing. And when she found out old girl was at the Super Bowl, whether she was sitting wherever she was sitting, it didn't matter. Cardi said, oh, no, 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 no. Good luck and deuces. So she rolled out. This really happened, y'all. They unfollowed each other and all that. Now, are they going to get back together? I don't know. I don't care. I doubt it on her part. Cardi's on tour. She doing her thing. I've been watching her little inserts of her tour. And baby, she fell out the chair. And her dancers just went right with the flow, cleaned it up. She kept on moving. So Cardi's doing her thing. I pray for her strength in this, her tour journey. Because that's a hard thing to do. Do all them shows in all them cities. But people are talking about her and Stefan and talking about whatever. But that's my take on it, guys. I believe he would want to come back with her before she would want to come back with him. And I do. And I didn't think it was, I didn't feel like it was a lasting relationship. I felt like it was fleeting. Like it was just, when they get tired of sexing one another, it's going to be over. That's my opinion. So I'm not surprised at none of that. Oh, really? Cardi B? Yes. You said, yeah, Miss LaWanda, you said Cardi B done jumped from the skillet into the fire. Yes, honey. She gave him they said she rolled when she found out that the previous baby mama was her baby and the other girl's baby ain't too many months apart. But when Cardi found out, because the baby, he wanted his child there by her. He wanted the baby there at the Super Bowl. The baby mama decided to show up. And it just bothered Cardi. And Cardi said, oh, no. And he allowed it. You understand? But I don't know how he could have stopped it, because she could get a ticket or whatever. How could he stop her from coming? But he was okay with it because he seated her where he seated her. You feel me? So Cardi was like, oh, hell no. Bye. Peace. Deuces. It's not as hard for her to do that today in her life as it was with Offset. Okay? So that's the Cardi B news. And, okay, let me see. Hi, Lakeisha Bass. Hi, beautiful. Dana, you just found out about Stefan. You mean that, wait, what did you just find out, my darling? Okay, let me see what Miss LaWanda said. Dana, she was at, yes, she was, absolutely. She was better off by herself. She moved on too fast. Some women need to heal and focus on self. And that's what she did, Miss LaWanda. Because you know why, Miss LaWanda, I think so? Because she is a HORNY little thing. She hot in the tail. Cardi like, and that's the impression I get from her. And I think that they had that physical attraction, so they just went head in, but it was nothing but sex. She even said it, y'all. She said the baby came. She was on, who was she on? Was she on Jennifer Hudson? It was either the Jennifer Hudson show or somebody's show where she said that the sex was good and the baby just happened to come from the good sex. It wasn't planned, in other words. So she wasn't fooling herself in that aspect. I never felt like they really dug each other like that. Like even when they were together, I just felt like it was a lust. They were lusting after one another. But he ain't even all that to me. He ain't bad looking. A lot of people love Stefan. But it just, to me, she could do better. But it was just, now you know who I'm loving, Miss LaWanda and y'all. Megan Thee Stallion and her sports guy. I don't even know what he played. What did he play? Basketball? And I can't think of his name. Now, their little relationship is cute. They digging on each other. Y'all know who I'm talking about, right? Cardi love a chop. Yes, Grandma Gigi. She says that. She will tell you. She loved yes. She ain't even ashamed of it. She a horn, Cardi this was so good today, y'all. Ooh, I'm sorry. I'm just gross. I have no filter. But yes, Miss April Love, he's a okay. And he's cute and he's shy. But he digs her. And you can tell she's in love by the way she be looking. Y'all cracking up. You could tell that something is happening in that relationship with them two, and she cooked that Thanksgiving dinner for his family. She calls him babe all the time. And now, what's her name? Nicki Minaj. I'm so done with her, y'all. I didn't like her at first. Was it at first I liked her? I don't know. This is my relationship with Nicki Minaj, y'all. I either went from couldn't stand her to liking her at a period. She seemed like she was jamming, bringing out some good music, good lyrics and stuff. And then she went off into another tangent and I didn't like her again anymore. I'm like, she gets on my nerves. But when I saw her with Trump, I was through with her. Through. I said, yeah, get out of here. Man, whatever. That was just disgusting. She ought to be ashamed of herself, y'all. She really should. She ought to. I mean, somebody make it make sense. Now, Megan, and what is his name, Grandma? What is his name, Grandma Gigi? April, you drunk that ginger ale like I did. I felt like it was a 40, girl. I want another one. That's what I said early on. I said, oh, I sucked that down like it was a beer. Man, I was thirsty for it. And look, I drank. Look, and one another. Now I could get another one because this is only half. I drink, but if I drink these, I'll drink two and no more because they equal one. Two of these equal one. So sometimes I'll just drink one a day, and if I'm really splurging, I'll drink two of them. But it was good, Miss Dana. It ain't tasted that good in a long time. I want another one. I want that good belch. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go get it too. LaWanda, love my Choco Tony stick. Chico Tony stick. Y'all is cutting up. Y'all is cutting up. Grandma Gigi, me too. Oh yes. Miss LaWanda, I like skillet. I like it like this. But you can't have everything you want. This is the color I like. Ooh, child, give me the skillet man. Mr. Skillet Man. Yes, child. Love me a skillet. No more, but I know that was really gross. I don't have no filter today, girl. I don't know what's going on with Miss April. Miss April is, J. Gill, Miss April's being belligerent. Wait, let me get another one. I am being belligerent. I can't be prissy all the time. Y'all still got my tree up too. All right, guys. I think my stomach is a little upset, J. Gill. You know how when you need to I don't want to break my nail. You know how when you need to get that acid out your stomach? That's what's going on. Miss April needs her stomach soothed. All right, that's enough. Whew. That one ain't like this one. This one with the fruit splash in it. Those are the ones. The ginger ale was good for upset stomachs and stuff. But if you want a good belch to get all that out your stomach, trust me, guys. Miss April, no. See, because that one didn't even belch me. I didn't even belch. I don't even have to belch. That one I couldn't help it. It was like, and and I don't have no more of these. Oh man, my handsome chocolate son turned. Ooh, happy birthday, 34. He's the only boy spoiled. Girl, he should be. He should be. I didn't know you had a 34-year-old darling. Hi, Jason. Jason of Wells. Where are you from, darling? And if you're not subscribed to my channel, hit that notification bell. Turn it black. You'll see those 3 dots. You hit that, turn it black, and subscribe to my channel. Okay? And if you're not feeling the channel, you can unsubscribe. That's the beautiful thing. Okay? That's the hit right there. Thank you, Shashag, for the bronze 50 jewels. Thank you, darling. I don't want to miss the gifts. April, it's chocolate and that's your stick, honey. Oh, Jake, you said no more belching. Miss April. Hi, you gave me the most beautiful comment yesterday. You blessed me. I said, I just love y'all. You guys know how to encourage people. You guys have the gift of encouragement. Here's the thing that I wanted to tell you, because you guys know I always put something from God in my life, always. And it's 9 times out of 10 something that I am grabbing a hold of myself. This is the scripture I want to give you guys. And I don't believe for 1 minute, and I got to tell you what happened with my niece. I don't believe for 1 minute that, I believe that somebody in this that comes or listens to the live needs to hear something that I say when it comes to God. Yesterday, my niece had a Valentine's Day party for the ladies. Okay, this is up north. The girl went to leave, everybody went to leave, and somebody had wrecked into her parked car, one of the girls, my cousin's friend, and crashed it in really bad. Lo and behold, the neighbor of my niece, he was out there with another guy, and they were trying to put his bumper on his car. So they put two and two together and said, he's the one that did this. So they went over to talk to him, and then my niece's husband went to talk to him, and the dude said, the neighbor was like, I don't know what happened or whatever. And the dude that was actually driving and crashed into the girl's car, he pulls out a gun talking about, I'm not going back to jail. Thank you, Grandma Gigi. Said, I'm not going back to jail. Okay? So, now, of course, everybody gets, now everything is in disarray. The girl that got her car hit called her husband and her son. They came packing. Okay, so now it could have been a really bad situation. But by this time, the guy had left. And so what happened, my niece hit us up in the family chat and said, guys, what was a beautiful day turned into a ugly day. Please pray. So as soon as I seen that message, y'all, you know what I did, y'all, Miss Royalty Queen and everybody, I went to praying. Not only did I go to praying, I said, well, let's get on the chat and everybody pray together. Well, my sister called me and we immediately prayed right there. Prayed protection and everything, okay? Because those things can turn, it happens every day. So I got a peace about it after we prayed. It's getting dark really quick. What time is it? 5:40. I got a peace about it after we prayed. This is what I wanted to give you guys today. Romans 14, chapter 14, verse 19. And I'll get back in the chat. This is the King James Version. NIV. New King James Version. Therefore, let us pursue the things which make for peace, and the things by which, there. See, it comes so late, y'all. Jake, that's why I don't like them ones, Dana. That's don't do it immediately. Let me start over. It can sneak up on you. Therefore, let us pursue the things which make for peace, and the things by which one may edify another. This verse commands believers to actively strive for harmony and mutual spiritual building within the community, prioritizing collective well-being over individual preferences or disagreements. Okay, and it says, what does that mean? This breaks it down. It said Christians, and when it says Christians, I say people who believe in God, who are believe in Jesus, accepted Jesus into their heart, and all of that, and have a walk with God, a personal relationship with God. Okay. People should actively Christians, but they say Christians because when you say Christians, that lets people know you're connected to God. Okay, that's what Miss April's opinion and view is. Christians should actively seek peace and work to spiritually build up, edify one another, prioritizing unity and harmony over personal preferences, especially in disputable matters like food or observance day, to avoid causing division or harming another believer's faith, even if it means foregoing personal freedoms. Okay? What it's basically saying is, blessed is the peacemaker, the person that tries to keep the peace when there's turmoil and stuff going on. The person that tries to keep there has to be one person that tries to keep the peace. I like how this says we should actively seek peace. Actively seek peace. How do we seek peace, guys? We seek peace through prayer. We seek peace through the Word of God. We seek peace and it says, blessed is the peace. There are so many scriptures on peace. When we have peace in our life, and we can have the peace that surpasses all understanding, what that means is when there's crazy madness going on all around you, in your family, in your home, in the world, whatever, you have peace, a perfect peace. You're okay. That's not easy to obtain. So it says we should actively seek peace and work to spiritually build up and edify one another. I'm going to tell y'all straight like this. When Miss April, when I'm giving an encouraging word and I'm doing something to encourage another person, it always brings me peace. It always gives me that, I just feel good. You understand? I feel like this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I feel it's right. If I'm constantly at odds with a person, I'm not feeling good. I got anxiety. I told y'all about the situation going on in my apartment. Me and my sister prayed about that as well. And my sister prayed, God, use April, my sister, as an instrument to minister to people. Because blessed is the peacemaker, as opposed to going and saying, you getting on my nerves, you're doing this, you're doing that, or whatever. So that's what Miss April is striving. I strive to do. I like my peace. I like peace in my home. One thing I don't have twisted today, and this helps me with my peace as well, I have no control over what no one says or does. No, none. Only responsible for my actions and what I do. I don't have time to be concerned about what somebody else is doing. I work out my own salvation with fear and trembling. You understand, guys? That's what I have to always bring myself back to that. When I feel myself going a little too far or getting stressed out about what somebody else is doing, I always bring it back to, okay, April, check yourself before you wreck yourself, honey. It's about you, okay? Okay, let me see. Yeah, wasn't that crazy, guys? So now think about this. Think about this. The ginger ale will do it every time, girl. My baby girl is 37. Wow, Leslie. Yeah, Dana, ain't that crazy? So, like I said, I prayed because, think about it. People are so insane in this world. People do retaliation. That's why I said when it comes to stuff like that and what's going on, like the YouTube stuff, it's about the coin. If people are getting paid to go back and forth, do it. Do it. Run your channel up. Run it up. But a lot of people have taken it way past that point, way past the point of, so they have become consumed with someone else's life and what someone else is doing in their life. But you notice, guys, when we do that in life, whether we admit it or not, it keeps the focus off of what I need to be doing in here. That's just me. That's just Miss April. A lot of people have, let me say this. When people give their opinion on, like, when people bring stuff to the internet, like if Miss April, let me put it on Miss April. If I bring something to the internet and somebody gives their 2 cents about it, anytime we give our 2 cents about anything, expect somebody to come back with something. You understand what I'm saying? Like, don't be, like the other day, Davion, she can hit hard with them words, man. It's like I've never seen anybody on YouTube box with their words, like literally ding you all upside your head. Bam, bam, bam. You understand? But a lot of people come for her. And then when she comes back, they are like, they get angry. I don't understand that. Help me to understand that. If you're giving it to her, why would she not come back? And when she comes back twice as hard. Twice as hard. I'm going to be straight transparent. I would not want to be in a verbal battle with her. I would have to throw the white flag up like this. Okay, that's enough. Because she going to hit you every way in your realness, in your real, you understand? And I ain't never heard nobody bring it like that, ever. Oh, except her mama. But because she's younger, she has more of a quicker wit. I'll say that. Same here. I don't need nobody holding me accountable for nobody else's mess. That's exactly, thank you, Royalty Queen. I don't have, whatever somebody does is not I don't have nothing to do with that. You understand? Like if somebody, I just don't. That's why the word of God says, work out your own. I'm only, like I said, and that's why a lot of times I'm not shocked by anything that comes, like when Coco came, I was wondering where he was, and I figured he was working or something. I didn't know. I just knew he hadn't been around. But when I saw the title to his thing, I wasn't surprised at that. You understand what I'm saying? But at the same time, I still believe that there was some disagreements going on with him, and and I could be wrong, but that's just my personal opinion. And I'm not feeding too much into that. You understand? That's just how I look at it, and that's it, and that's all. My motto is live and allow other people to live their life. One thing I do know that Coco says a lot, he likes the opposition, because when the more people that are talking about him, the more his channel is going to get ran up. He understands that very, very much so. So he's okay with that. You understand? He's like, bring it. He said that in his live yesterday. Leslie Cole said, that's little Ross. She sure is, honey. Bless my brother's soul. Next month will make 7 years since he passed. He always told me, don't stress over nothing that you don't have control over. Oh, Leslie, you said next month. Yeah, my brother, I miss my brother too, Leslie, and I can relate to that feeling, because my brother was like that. My brother was beautiful. Leslie, in his sickness of cancer, he was the beacon of light. He never complained about anything. Oh my God. Until like toward the end, you know what I mean? But he was so family oriented, and he would say stuff like that to us too. So I absolutely can relate to what you're saying, and I know you miss him. You'll miss him forever until you see him again. Yeah, God bless him. It's always the good ones, man. It's always. I just believe that. Excuse me. Jay Gill said it's never as good as the second time around. That's the facts, Jay Gill. That's what Sade say. I got 5 more minutes, guys, because it's getting dark in my room. And I didn't turn my ring light on. Let me see if they charged up. Plus, I got to cook. Y'all. And it's late. But I did want to give you that scripture about being the peace. What does it mean to be at peace with? Here, let me read this. What does it mean to be at peace with all men? Is there such a possible thing, guys? It simply, listen to this. This is, I love stuff like this. It simply means you choose not to enter into the fray with that person any longer. You'll be more at peace as a result, and you will be unmoved by the difficult people in your life because you have set yourself to be at peace with all men, regardless of what anyone says or does. I'm going to read that one more again. That blessed my soul. It simply means you choose not to enter into the fray with that person any longer. You'll be more at peace as a result. And you will be unmoved by the difficult people in your life because you have set yourself to be at peace with all men, regardless of what anyone says or what anyone does. Regardless of what anyone says or anyone does. What does it mean? I love that. And I mean that. That's how I believe in that because y'all, I do love my peace. You know, like I said, in the world with everything that's going on, you know, you can get a call at any moment. So it's like when I'm just so grateful to just focus on the beautiful people that I have in my life, being grateful to be able to have things, to have my needs met, and some wants. You understand? And when you're at peace, it lowers your blood pressure. When you're at peace, you don't have anxiety. I don't want to walk around. Why would I allow myself, because this is Miss April, why I'm not going to allow myself to walk around all tore up about something you did. I didn't do it. You did it. That's your cross to bear. Boo. Yeah, man. No ma'am, no ham, and no turkey. Let me see what y'all saying before I get up out of here. Yes, honey. I just believe that. I'm having my lunch now. Ooh, you having Thai. I want some, J. Gill. I do too, Royalty Queen. I love Thai. Royalty Queen, I never tried any of their other dishes. Just the pad Thai. I'm going to try that. There's chai drinks. They are delicious. You know you can make boba tea. You could buy the kit at the store. I seen it today, guys. You can make your own boba tea. I said I was scared to buy it because I was like, I don't know. I love boba tea. Hi, Lovey T, loving my life. Hi, baby. What did Royalty Queen have? Yeah, those chai drinks are delicious. But I'm gonna buy one of those, guys. One of those boba teas. It just caught me so off guard, and I was looking at it. I didn't have my reading glasses on, so I was like, you know, I wanted to see how it mixed up, and to see if I really wanted to buy it. And they sell the separate boxes of the boba. I said, okay. So I'm gonna try it out and see what happens. Next time I go to the store, because Miss April loves boba tea. I love it. I love the mango boba. I like the gel bobas, like the ones that are like almost tapioca. Like you get that fat straw and you suck them. I almost said something, y'all. Them bobas. You suck them boba balls in a straw. Jesus, fix it. Exactly, Miss April. I definitely think there was a breakup, then a makeup. Thank you, J. Gill. Ain't nobody, I know. We know. You can't fake that. You can't fake disagreement. You cannot. You cannot. No, buddy. Because I'm in a relationship. I know. There definitely was some rift there. Dana said, Jay Gill said, Dana, I have chicken shrimp combo. That sounds so good. In the boba tea, that drink with the them gelatin balls. I love it. Some of the boba teas have the juice in the balls. I don't particularly like those ones. And they use those more for like ice, like different kind of drinks, spritzy drinks. The ones with the juice in them, they're good, but I like them boba, like the gel ones. Because it's like I'm eating I feel like I'm eating I can't explain it. Yummy, Jay Gill. Enjoy your lunch. Yeah, you making me hungry. I'm about to get up off of here. Okay, guys, I've been on 1 hour and 1 minute. Thank you guys so much for coming and talking with me today. Y'all know I love y'all. I always enjoy. I did good today, y'all. I stayed in the chat. I read all of the everything. I believe I got everybody, so that's good. Because usually, y'all know Miss April goes off on a tangent. I'll be talking and talking and talking, and then I'll look down there and there'll be so many comments, and Grandma Gigi will be having the exclamation voice. Go back and read my comment. Plus, it's getting dark in my room. Okay, Jay Gill said, okay, Miss April, I know the drink you're speaking of now. My grandson loves them. Now that I know they have, yes, and it was at Walmart. I'll get him the kit. I'll search. Yes, that's where I saw it today. I was so shocked that I saw it, and it's called Bobo. But yeah, so I'm gonna get it too. April and all my beautiful sisters, I'm getting ready to shower. Me too, Leslie. I'm getting ready to take my shower and cook. Yes, baby. All in that order. And then I'm gonna continue watching Butt Naked and Afraid, honey, because that show has got me mesmerized right now. You said some fried chicken to go with my fresh greens from. Oh, I love greens. Y'all making me so. I'm hungry. I'm going to look online. Yeah, okay. All right, guys. Love y'all much. Enjoy the rest of your day. Remember, keep your peace within yourself. You deserve it. We deserve peace in our. I deserve it. I do. I don't deserve to take on nobody's stress. I can pray for people, but I so desire peace. I so desire, because like I said, with everything that's going on in the world, like I said with my niece, I'm just so grateful that we knew immediately to go into serious prayer about it. We went into a prayer, honey. My sister called me and we prayed until we got a peace about it. And that's what we do when and thank God it could have been worse. Because the man literally pulled the gun out, talking about, how you going to pull a gun, guys? Talking about, I don't want to go back to jail. Ninja, you pulled a gun, you're going to jail. What are you talking about? So that lets you know people just are crazy in their thinking. They're crazy. All right, guys. Have a great day. Love you. Peace out. I enjoyed the conversation today. Y'all had me cracking up. Come on. There we go.